In the eastern part of North America, there's a mountain range called the Appalachians. This place is shrouded in numerous myths and legends, many of which are eerie and dark. Disappearances and unexplainable cryptids in these areas are common occurrences. Right now, I'd like to show you a recording from the outdoor surveillance cameras installed in a ranger's cabin, deep within the dark Appalachian Mountains. A creepy, seemingly gigantic cryptid with glowing eyes peeks cautiously from around the corner. Its paw resembles a pitchfork, and perhaps the most unnerving part is its imitation of a dog's bark, or maybe that's its natural voice. Many people believe this is a skinwalker. What do you think? I'll find out by reading the comments. The video begins with a father filming his kids in the backyard. When it's his daughter's turn on camera, something very creepy shows up. Take a look.
Dad, look at Carly!
Get up here, Carly! What the hell was that? What the hell was that?
In the footage, you can clearly see a creature, half hidden behind a garden bed, seemingly reaching toward the girl's face with its pale, bony hand. When the father calls out to his daughter, the creature quickly pulls back its hand and disappears. The strangest part is that when the father went over to that spot, and he moved pretty quickly, the creature was already gone.
What the hell was that?
What kind of cryptid was lurking in this family's garden, and what did it plan to do with this little girl? We may never know, just as we may never know if it was a real monster or simply her mom in disguise. Unfortunately, the backstory of this video is unknown. It's hard to believe that this is something truly paranormal. It's quite possible it's staged, but if you imagine yourself in the operator's place for a moment, not knowing what's in front of you, you might just feel a chill running through your body.
What the hell is that? What the hell is that, man? Hello? What the hell? Bro, it's got hands. What the hell is that? Oh my god, oh my god.
I'll say right away, it's all staged, but what a setup. You absolutely have to see this. It's exactly like my fever dreams when I have a 104-degree temperature. If someone saw this in real life, there probably wouldn't even be time to be scared. Their heart would just give out on the spot. A rather mysterious video was filmed on a low-quality camera somewhere in a remote Thai village. The operator captured something from a car window that's still hard to believe. In the footage, we see a person who appears to have no head. Many commenters insist that the head isn't visible because the person has tilted it down so far to look at their phone. But I have to ask, what kind of neck would they need to lower their head that much? Like a snake's, perhaps? Do they even have one? I also find it strange that this isn't the only video about headless people. So, what if the mythical Blemmy's tribe isn't so mythical after all? In any case, there's always a silver lining. The advantage for this headless guy is that he won't have to spend any money on haircuts. A YouTuber known as Scaredy Cat claims to have captured footage of a tall, lanky creature without a face, dressed in a formal suit, better known as Slender Man. Well, let's take a look.
Okay guys, I'm here in my garden. A few hours ago I saw like a weird sort of figure thing outside my garden. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and capture it on tape now. Okay.
At one point, we see what many call Slender Man staring right into the camera from the bushes near a shed. Scaredy Cat screams and retreats in panic. Many viewers, myself included, tend to believe that this is all staged. But what do you think? We'll find out by diving into the comments. The video I'm about to show you was filmed in Brazil and has sparked heated discussions around the world. The reason is that during a local event, a guy used the maximum zoom on his phone and saw this.
Lá no pôr do sol. Olha o tamanho da árvore, galera. Ó, o pôr do sol não apareceu, mas olha aqui. Olha aqui embaixo o tamanho dos caras, ó. Olha o tamanho do pessoal. Olha o cara, olha o cara. Olha, ó. O pôr do sol não apareceu, mas pareceu gigante. Olha lá, vai. Cadê ele? Vai mais que vocês. Cadê ele? Achei que eu tava maluco. Eu também achei, cara. Filmei.
Peraí, tira o som.
Ele tá achando que tem um golpe lá, não tem ninguém.
Olha lá, ele tá voltando lá, tamanho da árvore.
I've watched this video many times, and it feels like it could be some sort of perspective error. It's hard to believe it's video editing. Supporting the idea of a perspective error, visual trick, or optical illusion, I don't even know what to call it, is the fact that this giant figure moves so freely. If it were truly taller than the trees, gravity would have to affect it differently. For example, it would probably be moving a bit slower. But these are just my thoughts as a casual observer. TikTok user Hevolista admitted that he made the scariest mistake of his life. He decided to play with a Ouija board after midnight, and he was home alone. As you can imagine, nothing good came of it.
Und du mich hören kannst, dann mach diese Tür auf. Bro, ich schwöre bei Gott, ich schwöre auf meine Mutter, hier ist keine Schnur oder so, nicht, dass ihr denkt, ich verarsche euch, Bruder. Guck mal. Hier ist keine Schnur, nix, ich schwöre auf meine Mutter. Gänsehaut, Gänsehaut, Bruder. Gänsehaut am ganzen Körper. Gänsehaut am ganzen Körper. Ich schwöre, meine Mutter, guck. Oh mein Gott.
The guy's reactions are very convincing, suggesting that some supernatural force might have actually interacted with his clock. What do you think he did the next day? That's right, he burned the clock and the Ouija board, a wise decision. A very short but quite intriguing video was captured in Ecuador on an outdoor surveillance camera. According to the author, the footage shows his cat, which got into a scuffle with some unknown creature. Commenters are convinced that the furry one tangled with a leprechaun, although, of course, some believe it's just editing. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to read your thoughts. During repairs on a subway car parked in a maintenance dead end, one of the workers noticed something very strange. He immediately decided to review the surveillance footage with his colleagues, and what they saw left him quite puzzled. Take a look.
Bueno, eso ya es una fuerza, boludo. Mucho viento, chico.
Ponle de vuelta.
Pará. Ahí vienen ustedes. Encima venían ustedes.
Lo llevamos nosotros. 2 minutos después.
Que estaba cerrada la puerta.
Boludo, la puerta.
Pará, ¿viste eso, Nero?
Sí, dale.
La puerta ahí está abierta. Tomá.
A ver, espera, volver.
Attentive viewers noticed more than just the erratic movement of the door. They also spotted something unusual, a figure resembling a person suddenly running out of frame. Seems clear enough, right? There's the one responsible for the mystery, but a few facts make this explanation very doubtful. First, according to the workers, no one was on that side at the time, and all employees were accounted for elsewhere. And second, doesn't it seem odd that this figure vanished from the frame at an almost impossible speed? As of now, I haven't found any reasonable explanations online for this event. Upon entering the school restroom, these girls heard someone crying from one of the closed stalls, so they decided to check it out. But it turned out they encountered something truly unexplainable. Let's watch. In the footage, you can clearly see the face of a girl with a very strangely twisted eye, but just a minute earlier, the stall appeared empty. This moment scared the students, and they quickly ran out of that eerie place. Was it the ghost of a schoolgirl, or just another staged act? That's for you to decide. Alex is the creator of a popular TikTok channel focused on travel. He's known for his breathtaking shots of wildlife all across South America. However, on May 12, 2020, while filming a mountainous area in the Patagonian mountains, he managed to capture something very unsettling and creepy.
Esto sería el canal que lleva... Uy, un Doberman. Hola.
Did you spot that strange figure in the tree? Alex is still shocked by it. There's a theory that it could just be a creepy doll placed to scare tourists. More ominous theories suggest it could be a crazy local or even a forest bandit waiting for his next victim. Either way, it's a reminder to always stay alert and remember that even the most beautiful landscapes can hold hidden dangers. The creator of the next video chose to remain anonymous, but according to the description, he explains that it all happened back in 2022, when he started hearing strange sounds coming from the bathroom at night. One night, he grabbed his phone and managed to capture these spine-chilling moments. Just a heads up, the recording quality is terrible. What was that? Who is that creepy, fidgety figure and what's going on with her face and hands? Honestly, what amused me was the huge gap under his bathroom door. To me, this could mean only one thing. Either the door installer was terrible at his job, or this entire video is a well-planned setup. There's a popular belief that mirrors are portals to the other world, and the next video seems to confirm that. But let's start from the beginning. This family has been living in incredibly creepy conditions for a while now, with strange things happening in their apartment every night, all without any logical explanation. And in this footage, you'll see just a small part of what happens there while they sleep. But the scariest moment was captured on a different night, when something resembling a portal appeared in the mirror opposite their bed. In the reflection, you can clearly see a demonic figure rise from a chair and approach the mirror to look into it. After watching the footage, the family was shocked by what they saw and are now left wondering what they should do. My advice, as always, is brief. Pack up your things and get out of there as quickly as possible. Recently, this disturbing video was posted on Reddit in the paranormal and mysticism section. The footage was recorded on July 14th this year by a security camera installed on a city street somewhere in Romania. In the video, we see an expensive car parked next to a house. And then, around 4:30 a.m., this happens. Out of nowhere, a strange, eerie creature appears, slowly passing by the car and leaning on its side. Many people in the comments seem to agree that it's some kind of humanoid reptilian. However, I think it could very well be an ordinary, but very old and sick person. The other question is, where was he going at this late hour? While driving through the city, a driver noticed something strange and frightening on the road. So, he pulled out his phone and started recording. It's clearly visible that the passenger on the motorcycle is missing a head, but how is that possible? And why didn't the police standing nearby stop him? What do you think? Drop your theories in the comments, it'll be interesting to read. This video from 2023, showing a little girl from Beijing climbing a wall like Spider-Man, has literally blown up social media worldwide. In the footage, you can see her easily climbing all the way up to the ceiling and then casually watching TV from up there. This unusual behavior was first noticed by her mother on a surveillance camera set up in their living room, causing her to feel alarmed and confused about what might be going on with her daughter. Such an unnatural position near the ceiling immediately brings to mind thoughts of something paranormal and creepy. So, has a demon really possessed her daughter, or could she be a future superhero? In reality, I think the explanation is much simpler. Weeks of intense practice, and there you have it. This incredibly old video, which was successfully digitized and restored, is unique because for over 40 years it contained footage of an unknown creature that went unnoticed. The footage was taken back in 1966 in the small town of Ballina in Northern Ireland. The video captures the funeral of some important figure, showing many people who came to pay their respects, but the most unsettling part, which remained unnoticed, takes place in the background. Let's take a look. An unknown, shadowy entity with long front limbs and no legs is seen jumping from grave to grave until it vanishes into thin air. It doesn't look like an edit. A monkey? I doubt it. First, because it's Ireland, and second, why wouldn't anyone have noticed it? Most likely, this mystery will remain unsolved. But let's not get discouraged and keep moving forward. The next incident happened to a regular security guard during his night shift. Stepping out of his booth to talk on the phone with his girlfriend, he suddenly notices something terrifying and creepy near a street lamp.
Que brillan como tus ojitos viciosos.
Ah, mi amor, muchas gracias, bebé, pero mi amor, ¿entiendes?
Amor, amor,
¿Qué tienes,
amor,
Amor, cálmate.
amor, amor, es que hay algo ahí. Amor, no. No.
A dark, small figure with legs as thin as matchsticks appears from around the corner, giving the guard a serious fright. What is this gnome? And why, standing under the street lamp, is nothing visible but its dark silhouette? So many questions and, as usual, no answers. When the family went to bed, the daughter woke up to the sound of a cat coming from inside the closet. What a strange family, you might think. They forgot a cat in the closet. But the twist is they don't even have a pet. The girl immediately turned on her camera and flashlight to figure out what was going on.
Están empezando a escuchar ruidos. Escuché como un gato. Como dos gatos que se estuvieron peleando dentro. Oh, se escucha mucho. Suyo se está abriendo el closet. Pero voy a checar porque parecen gatos.
It seems the girl might be a bit unobservant. How could she not notice that face? Later, the girl wrote that when she opened the door, she felt something grab her leg, but she managed to break free. Interestingly, the family didn't hear any noises except for the girl's scream. When they turned on the light, they found nothing unusual in the closet, and such events never happened again, according to the girl. This woman woke up in the middle of the night due to strange sounds coming from outside that sounded like growling. What is this half-naked guy doing in the bushes? And why is he peeking out so sneakily? And what was the cat doing there? I don't get it. Any thoughts? A short clip from a church that will leave you feeling seriously creeped out by what's happening. People are saying the video was created by an AI and looks unrealistic. I kind of agree, but I included it here just to share the creepy vibes with you all. I'm pretty sure I pulled it off. Leave a like if you got scared and subscribe if you felt a heart attack coming on. And now, I'm moving on. I honestly have no idea how to comment on or make sense of this video. It was found on TikTok and uploaded by user Kraken0013. From what I can tell, the height seems pretty significant, over 30 feet, and there aren't any signs of Photoshop. The only thought that comes to mind is some kind of glitch in the Matrix. The guy was seriously freaked out when he saw something watching him from the nearby bushes. He pulled out his camera, and here's what he captured.
What the fuck is this?
The black figure definitely looks humanoid. As for those white squares on its chest, I identified them as some sort of tribal chest armor, maybe from some tribe. The video doesn't clarify where this was filmed, but it doesn't really look like Africa, though maybe I'm missing something. There are no explanations for the situation, so let's go with some theories from the video's comment section. Some are convinced it was a shadowy figure following the guy, while others say it could be a forest spirit. Personally, it seems like some kind of costume or staged setup to me, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong. A girl named Rosanna moved into a new apartment in France, for context, but within just a few days she began to regret it. as an unexplained sense of unease grew like a snowball. And then, one day, during a yogurt break, something strange happened. Take a look. After this incident, Rosanna moved out to stay with her family and never returned to the apartment. When asked what kind of sound she heard in the fireplace and what was that red liquid that stained everything around her, the girl could not answer. This video was recorded on a home security camera, and the creepy event captured happened at night. The owner swears that the video was not edited, and he can't explain what is happening on it. That night, we see a man walking along the sidewalk. When he lines up with a white car, you should pay attention to the shadow moving behind him. As you noticed, his shadow doesn't match the shape of his body, and it's pretty unsettling. Commenters suggest that some mystical creature took the form of a human, but its true form is always revealed by its shadow. What do you think? Drop your theories below the video. This guy was seriously freaked out when he heard knocking coming from his bathroom door.
Sí. Hola. No. Ya está, déjame en paz.
Not believing in any sort of supernatural stuff, he thought someone from his family was playing a prank on him. But imagine his surprise when he found no one in the bathroom. The second knock nearly paralyzed him.
Me despierto a dormir en realidad. No sé ni qué hora es. ¿Qué querés? No rompa más la hora, loco, andate. Loco, una vez. No me deja tranquilo, loco, no me deja tranquilo. Yo tampoco te dejas tranquilo.
But gathering his courage, he opened the door and saw this.
No voy a parar de grabar, yo no te voy a dejar tranquilo.
What kind of monster had moved into his bathroom? The guy doesn't know, nor do the viewers who watch this clip. The most reasonable explanation is that it's all staged, and the creature is nothing more than a person in disguise. Colombia. Late evening, a man stepped outside to have a smoke before bed, but what he caught on his phone at the end of the street will keep him awake for a long time. Watch closely. Many in the comments are convinced it's a ghost floating above the road, but to me, it seems like this creature in a white outfit is walking on very long stick-like legs. Something like a Colombian stickman, though we shouldn't rule out the possibility that it's just a person in a robe moving on stilts. Footage from a hunting camera set up in the dense forests of Ontario, Canada, shows an unknown large black shaggy creature partially hiding behind trees. Many viewers quickly rush to call this giant a real Bigfoot. However, others are less certain and suggested that it might simply be a large bear. Since the video is rather short, it's impossible to definitively identify what it was. So, guys, draw your own conclusions. The next video was taken in Ireland, and according to its creator, it was even shown on local television. The footage shows a pile of stones slowly coming together to form a figure resembling a stone man. Most viewers call this creature a golem. But how? How is this possible? And how did the reporters even know about its appearance? There's a suspicion that this was just a scene from a film, and the author of the video is trying to convince us of its mystical origins. A TikTok user shared this creepy video, asking viewers what they think about the terrifying figure in the hood. According to the author, a couple was driving down a dirt road when they suddenly encountered this mysterious figure. It behaves aggressively and even tries to break the car window, but the strangest thing is that it's impossible to make out any features of its face. Either it's too deeply in the shadows, or it has no face at all, which makes the video even creepier. The author doesn't say how they managed to escape, but gives a warning to other drivers. Don't drive through fields at night. Here's another night video. It was filmed by a homeowner in their backyard in May 2020. The footage starts with the author shining a flashlight in their yard after hearing strange noises. A small figure can be seen peeking from behind an object at the end of the yard. Each time the flashlight turns off, it carefully peeks its head out, only to hide again when the light comes back on. The author suggests it could be one of the so-called little people, tiny beings that live in remote areas. Is it really one of them, or is it just a prank? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. This unsettling video gained popularity online relatively recently. The description states that the camera with this footage was found in the middle of the road. Apparently, the author was somewhere in a field when they heard a strange noise and saw birds flying away. The sky is thick with fog, and suddenly a giant creature appears right in front of the camera. huge hairy worm, like something sliding across waves, flies through the sky and disappears into the fog. The author apparently got scared and ran away, and their fate remains unknown. What happened to them? And is this footage real? The mystery remains. Another team of blogger investigators ventured out in the middle of the night to explore an abandoned ghost town. According to some reports, paranormal activity had been detected there, so the brave souls decided to check it out. Upon exploring the area, they immediately heard a scream in the distance.
Están adentro, güey. Ay, güey. Vente, 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 adentro, güey. Acá adentro, acá adentro.
They search the buildings but find nothing. However, a few minutes later, when they step outside, this happens.
¿Quién es? Ay, güey. Cabrón. Allá va, güey.
Frightened, the investigators continue their work, but then they hear a loud metallic sound, as if something has fallen.
Ay, güey, acá, acá. No sé, güey. Por la ventana, dice, loco.
They try to locate the source of the noise but see nothing. Gathering courage, the team decides to move on, and this time they manage to spot something.
Hola!
At first, it seems like someone is cooking food on a fire, but after a moment they realize that's not the case. A sinister figure raises its hands as if controlling the fire and spreads tongues of flame. Even with their flashlights, they can barely make out the figure. The team decides to approach.
Mira, 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 mira. Güey, ¿cómo saca fuego? Buenas noches. Ay, ay, güey. ¿Qué es eso, güey?
This time, they're lucky and the figure disappears. But their self-preservation instincts still don't kick in, and they continue their search. Eventually, they encounter the mysterious figure again, who, as before, vanishes into the air.
Güey, ¿es una sombra o una persona? ¿Quién eres? Hey. Mira, güey, ahí está.
Who is this fire controller, and what is it doing in this abandoned settlement? As usual, there are many questions but no answers. The next strange video was captured by a security camera installed outside a roadside diner in Southeast Asia. An unmanned motorcycle is seen driving down the road, then suddenly turns and parks inside the cafe. It's clear that the cafe's patrons are in shock, unable to understand how this happened. Could the motorcycle have been driven by a ghost, or is there a more logical explanation? A short but equally creepy video was filmed by a botanist who was walking through the forest. While examining trees, he suddenly noticed something strange. A small black creature, unlike any known animal, peeks out from a crack in a tree and watches the cameraman. Then it quickly hides back inside. The botanist, in a panic, leaves the area. What exactly did this nature enthusiast capture on camera? A small forest creature, or just a hoax? You decide. When you live on the edge of the forest, you never know if someone's watching you from the trees. In this video, originally uploaded to TikTok, you hear a child asking someone to go get his parents. While he waits for his dad, he points his phone camera at the backyard. Soon, his dad appears and heads outside to get a better look at what the kid saw.
Oh yeah, right there, look. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
As you may have guessed, he also saw something. Now, let's zoom in ourselves. a furry, bipedal figure quickly disappearing over a hill. Fortunately, the child's father manages to spot it again. At some point, though, he starts to think there may be more than one of these figures. Whoever it is, it keeps moving around in the trees, making the family seriously uneasy. Some viewers think it was just a person, but its height and furry appearance suggest otherwise. So, did they really capture the famous Bigfoot on camera, or is there another explanation? As always, it's up to you to decide. Another scary TikTok video that went viral. In it, two guys from Indonesia were riding home on a moped down a rural road at night. At some point, they saw a cyclist coming towards them wearing a very unusual white outfit.
Itu ada orang lewat, Kak. Itu. Orang lewat. Bu.
From a distance, they thought it was a nun and even greeted her, but as they got closer, they realized it was definitely not a nun. The cyclist had a completely black face with red eyes. During a live broadcast of a news report on the snowstorms that hit Buffalo in the US at the end of 2022, something pretty creepy was caught on camera. Let's take another look. As the camera moves toward a crosswalk, a sinister figure with long, thin limbs appears on the side of the road. Its arms are stretched out in front, as if reaching for something. The cameraman noticed it too, and later asked viewers what they thought it might be, and if it was even alive. Honestly, it's hard to tell, given the poor video quality. However, some viewers suggested it might be a Halloween skeleton decoration left up by accident, looking scarier in the snowstorm. What do you think? Is it a prop, or did the cameraman capture something more sinister? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and let's read them together. Have you ever seen spiders in your bathroom? I'm sure you have, and many probably shrieked at the sight of them. But what if you saw something like this in your shower? The origin of this video is unknown, and it's also unclear if the creature in it is real or not. Personally, I think it's just a wig stuck to the wall, and someone decided to prank their roommate with it. I found this strange video on TikTok as well. In it, a guy is riding a motor scooter down a forested road and comes across a railroad track. Who would have thought? But just then, a small train was passing by. The guy stops in front of the crossing, and then watch closely.
Oh boy. What, Well, that ain't good. Don't know who's running that, but I mean, yeah, okay.
The first thing that catches your eye is that the train seems to have no conductor. In fact, no people at all. But when reviewing the footage later, another video blogger noticed something even more disturbing. While the train moves along the tracks, there seems to be a strange, creepy creature in one of the cars. It peeks out of the carriage, looking right at the guy waiting at the crossing. What the heck is going on here? Where did this train come from? Who's operating it? And what is that creepy creature? So many questions and, as always, no answers. The next strange clip was captured by security cameras in an unknown alleyway, likely somewhere in India. At first, everything seems normal, but take a look at my curious furry friend. Upon a closer look, it appears that a black cat is lighting a fire right in the middle of a trash pile. How did it do that? Could it be true that black cats, according to some cultures, possess magical powers and are the companions of witches? Feel free to share your theories in the comments. And now, here's a video that's supposedly from Turkey. In it, we see something flickering in the sky. Judging by the concerned crowd, it doesn't seem to be a fake, and people are genuinely worried.
That could be a satellite. Oh, what the? Dude, is that even real? I don't know, but it's not moving. It could be a satellite. No, it is moving. Look, it's moving. Look at it. I don't know.
The strange glowing object appeared in broad daylight right over the city. For a while, it stayed in place, flashing bright lights. But after a couple of minutes, it started to lose altitude and seemed to grow larger. People began to panic and flee, and then the video cuts out. According to reports, this incident didn't make the news, which suggests there were no serious consequences. Or maybe it was just filming for a Turkish blockbuster. As usual, we can only guess. While filming beautiful, vibrant landscapes in a U.S. nature reserve, a photographer decided to record a little fawn grazing nearby. It was calmly eating grass and seemed perfectly normal until it suddenly lifted its head. What is this? A glitch in the Matrix, an optical illusion, or a mutant fawn? Leave your theories in the comments below the video. This disturbing video was posted on Facebook by Ricardo Vargas. He managed to capture something truly creepy and unexplainable on camera. While standing on an empty train platform, Ricardo was filming the platform when suddenly, out of nowhere, this terrifying sound started echoing.
¿Qué onda?
Judging by the clanking and screeching, it sounds like a train passing by, but there's no train in sight. Ricardo was clearly scared, as there seems to be no logical explanation for this noise other than it being a ghost train. The next clip was filmed and posted on TikTok by Mark DeFalco. In May 2022, while Mark was at a local cemetery, he noticed a strange car right among the graves. A white BMW had crashed through the fence and driven several dozen feet into the cemetery. So, Mark took out his phone and decided to record it all. And here's what came of it.
Lucky they didn't hit none of these tombstones. Real lucky. You okay? What the hell? What the f*** is going on here? There ain't nobody there. Miss? Hello?
Did you hear the crying?
You okay?
As Mark approached the car, you can distinctly hear a woman's sobs. He was convinced it was coming from the car. However, when he got closer, he found no one inside.
What the hell? What the f*** is going on here?
What's also odd is that the cemetery fence was pretty flimsy, yet the car showed serious damage. So, where did the crying come from if there was no one in the car? This creepy detail, combined with the cemetery setting, led many viewers to suspect something paranormal might be happening. What do you think, folks? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video. Recently, a man in Missouri decided to set up a trail camera in the Mark Twain National Forest to capture local wildlife. Covering over 1 million acres, the forest is vast and, as the researcher believes, not fully explored. What he managed to capture is indeed unsettling. On February 1st of this year, the trail camera caught some strange, unknown creature. It was far away and entirely black. The figure had 2 legs, 1 powerful arm, and seemed to lack a head. It's possible that its other arm and head were turned in a way that blended with its dark silhouette. Either way, it's unlikely to be a person, given its body proportions. Additionally, a few days later, the same camera picked up an audio recording. Whether this eerie roar and the creature in the footage are connected is unknown, but it seems we're either dealing with Bigfoot or yet another Photoshop prankster. This video was shot somewhere in the desert. A young Bedouin, passing by a well, got curious if there was water in it. As he got closer, he heard strange noises coming from inside. So, he took off his sandal and started recording.
Subhanallah.
It turns out it wasn't a well at all, but some kind of underground bunker with no visible bottom. And yes, these terrifying cries are indeed coming from down there. What could it be? Victims of a maniac, the gates to hell, or a den of cats in the middle of a feud? I'll leave it up to you. This video has gone viral over the past couple of weeks. Its location is unknown, but it was first uploaded by a social media user with the handle Sitio Paranormal. It seems the footage was taken in the emergency room of some hospital. The main character, as you may have guessed, is a patient behaving very oddly while the hospital staff watches. He's flailing his arms in the air, jumping on the bed as if performing some kind of ritual. Eventually, after watching the show, the medical staff tries to calm him down. In the end, he seems to snap out of it and starts realizing what's happening. Most viewers believe the guy was possessed by an actual demon. The next creepy video I found on YouTube, but its original source is unknown. In it, we see a group of not-so-bright people who decided to explore a forest in Brazil right in the middle of the night. They knew that some creepy stuff supposedly happens in this forest, so they wanted to start their search quickly. I'll say right away, they didn't have to wander long. After venturing a bit deeper, one of the group heard strange noises and went to investigate. What he captured next is truly terrifying.
Moço!
Meu Deus.
Moço! Meu Deus! Meu Deus! Meu Deus!
A completely naked humanoid creature, female in appearance, crawls across the ground toward a ditch, making eerie sounds. Then it falls in, and after a while its head with glowing eyes emerges from the ditch. I don't know who or what this could be, but the guy filming was clearly freaked out.
Moço! Moço!
In this short video, a young girl is filming herself in the mirror of an elevator and accidentally captures something very unusual. You probably didn't notice it as you were looking elsewhere, but let's watch it again, this time in slow motion. When the elevator doors open, you can briefly see a strange figure in the background. It looks like a person, although their head is positioned in an odd way. Or maybe it's just an optical illusion, and we're seeing what we want to see? One more forest video for today. While walking through the woods, the creator of this video came across something truly strange and mysterious. An unidentified flying object had smooth, polished surfaces that reflected back images, almost like a mini spaceship from sci-fi movies, hovering just above the ground. If you look closely, you can see stones arranged directly beneath it. Is it a digital edit, or could it actually be an alien object? What do you think, folks? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's read them together.